I'm Ben, originally from Vancouver, British Columbia. My wife and I moved deep into the rural countryside after realizing city life just wasn't for us. We are now making a life in the Caribou Chilcotin, about 45 minutes outside of Williams Lake. The land we bought was really run down, so we've been working hard the last 4 months to make this place a home. It's late April now, and all the snow is finally off the ground here in central BC, which means we can finally turn our attention to some outside related tasks that we haven't been able to do yet. There is a bit of a problem though. Lumber is way more expensive than I was anticipating, but I may have found a solution. After posting my first video, a portable mill company reached out and offered to send me a mill. Now, I've never milled any lumber before in my life, but I'm willing to learn. And although we don't want to cut our trees down here yet, a friend of mine in Quesnel said he has a bunch of logs and he's loaded them up on a trailer. All I got to do is drive up there, load up the trailer, and drive back here and offload them. So hopefully my old truck holds up, and it is a long weekend. So hopefully we don't run into too many speed traps, stuff like that. We're just going to go nice and slow, get the logs back here, and yeah, let's get on up there. I promise I know how to load up trailers. I've done this 1,000 times, but the second I try to video myself doing it, immediately all my skills go out the window and I bumble around like an idiot, just like this. This really should not be this hard.
There she goes.
Now that the trailer is attached to the truck, I gotta secure my load. At a glance, these logs weigh probably 10 or 11,000 pounds, and my straps are rated for 3,300 pounds each, which tells me I need 4 of them. One of my favorite moves with big ratchet straps like this is to take the excess and roll it up into about a 1-foot coil. Once I've got my coil, I'll loosen off my already tightened ratchet strap and tuck the excess in there and then tighten it back up. So that keeps this excess pinned against the load and it's not going to fly up and get caught in your axle. You can drive all the way across the country like this and it's not going to fly off. We got a ton of straps on this bad boy now. 4 straps each rated for 3,300 pounds, which, I mean, I don't know the rules on that, but I think we're way over the amount we legally need. It looks like it's excessive, so it seems like exactly the right amount. Now, just the final little piece of information we don't have is whether or not the lights work. And realistically, this is probably the thing I should have checked first, but you know, some things skip your mind, so we're gonna test it out now. Moment of truth. If the lights don't work, I can't drive it. Yes. Okay, that was actually a big deal because the last trailer I drove with, the lights didn't work at all. And this tells me that the trailer system on my truck's actually working. So I didn't actually know that. This is really good news. Unfortunately, the left-hand side taillight's not working. Looks like it got smashed up pretty hard at some point, but what are you gonna do? The trailer's all loaded up now, and honestly, what's the point in leaving it sitting here? It's not gonna fix the light. So, let's hit the road. I didn't get any footage of the drive back, but all in all, it went pretty casual. The 7.3 liked to stay at 5th gear, around 1,500 RPM, which kept us about 85K an hour, and nothing overheated. Checked my gauges lots, pulled over a few times, checked straps, and they were all good. And yeah, just took my time and got us back for sunset. Now that we're back, the real fun starts. Since we spent all our money on this homestead, we don't have any equipment. No ATVs, forklift, bobcat, nothing like that. So this all has to be offloaded by hand, and the heaviest log here is at least 2,500 pounds. It's completely obvious at this point that even if I do get this sawmill here, it's going to be next to impossible to get these logs back up onto something like that. But if I was overthinking everything, I wouldn't have got out here in the first place. And I'm sure that once a problem truly arises, we'll be able to solve it, just like we've been doing every day for the past 4 months. until this moment, I've put zero thought into how I was actually going to get these off, but I just got this massive beam pry bar, and I'm going to see if that does anything. What's the worst that could happen? This first one is super easy because it's already up above the wheel well, so all you got to do is roll it. Oh yeah, there we go. Definitely the easiest one to get off. At this point, I'm starting to discover it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. It's just a game of figuring out the points where you have to put your leverage and where to push. And if you get it in the right spot, it's gonna come off. Nice. Some of these are for sure easier than others. This is probably the lightest one. Maximum maybe 500 pounds. And this one here maybe 800 pounds, but in a really good position to come off the trailer. So I just rolled it over and there she went. This log is just more of the same, so we're going to time lapse through it. But it came off and we're making progress. Finally, we're on to the last two logs. It's probably hard to tell on camera here, but these two, the combined weight of them is more than that of the 5 logs before them. It's a bit to do with the size, but a lot to do with the fact that these were probably on the bottom of the pile and are completely waterlogged. This one is not easy. Of course, this is not ideal for milling, but if I wanted to buy perfect lumber for this, I might as well have just gone to the lumber store and not agreed to get a mill in the first place. So we're just going to make the best of this situation and battle with the different pivot points and see if we can get these things moving. Dang it. I just need to get it up on that wheel well. This is not going very well. This is where I started to really get a hang of moving these big heavy logs. I figured out it's all about getting it at the right height. If you just have a tiny little corner of the log sitting up on that height of the wheel well, you're basically in the clear. Once that's established, you just need to find somewhere to plant your pry bar, and then all you got to worry about is pushing until it comes off. There we go. Not perfect, but it's all. As much as this is kind of brutal work, it is sort of fun. It's like you sort of have to solve the problem of what leverage will work on the log to actually get it to roll. These heavier water-soaked ones take a lot more thinking, and yeah, just got one more, but freaking getting tired. It's past my dinner time, yo. This final log was an absolute battle. I probably spent 5 times as long on this one log than I did on all the other logs combined. I tried hand rolling it, I tried pushing around with my feet, tried all these different teeter-totters and pivot points and jamming firewood underneath and prying it. This shot is hilarious, look at this. Just trying to jam more firewood underneath it, more pivot points, rolling around, 2x4s, big cloud of dust, you can see it fell there, had a big hit. Are we gonna get it up on the wheel well? Oh, here we go. Here it goes. Oh. That was rough. Oh, we got it. It's always good when you end a day with a feeling of a job well done. It's not always I get to have that satisfaction at the end of the day, especially with these projects that typically take months and months. And hopefully the trailer put up with my couple hours of abuse. If there's anything broken on it, I'm surely going to get a text from my buddy when he sees this video. And of course, none of this would be possible without you guys helping me out. And if a whole bunch of you hadn't watched my first 3 videos, this project with this mill company and a few of the other companies I've been talking to would not be possible. It's all because you guys are here and watching and commenting that any of this is able to happen in the first place. So I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.